Hey guys, welcome back to Endeavor. So we've been looking at a couple of ranges from the ground fighting game. We've been talking a lot about standing attacker, I'm on my back, different ranges. So we have, they're beyond my feet. I'm using my kicks, my side positions, my back positions. Then we start talking about, okay, they're past my feet, but they haven't gotten past my knees just yet. So how do we start to control that position? Now we're gonna look at one concept when they get past my knees, right? So if all of this awesome, epic shit has just failed me in some form or fashion, I need to be as aggressive as possible. If I go to a defensive position, I have a high likelihood of him getting into more control and putting me into a bad spot. So when he gets past my knees, we're starting to get into make or break territory, right? So if we go back to that video and we talk about the elbow-knee relationship, right? This is good for keeping people out of good positions in side control. This is also good for essentially sacrificing forearms and shins for head and ribs if he wants to soccer kick or anything along those lines, right? So that builds me a layer of defensiveness. However, if he's been fighting past my legs and he's gotten to here, there's a solid chance he's relatively close, whether he knows what he's doing or not. So again, you'll notice he's past my knee, elbow-shin relationship. So we're gonna talk about an ankle pick or a toe pick from here. So I have this hook, same thing, I'm looking to get a hold of his shin. What I'm gonna use this for is to pull me into an ankle. So when I get in, I want to get to my knees, I want to get belly down as quickly as possible. So I'm still covering, I have everything in, and I'm gonna use this pull to get my hips underneath me and to get belly down. Okay, and I'm owning this leg, it's mine. I'm gonna pull it into my chest, and I'm gonna start to drive my feet into the ground to run him down into the floor, okay? Now, the beautiful part about this setup and this gross motor way to look at an ankle pick or a toe pick is I don't care what direction I hit his knee, okay? If I end up directly in front of him and I go straight through his knee, awesome. If I end up sideways and go through his knee sideways, awesome. If I end up through the back, awesome, right? If I end up inside, awesome. What I'm doing is I'm getting control of the lower leg, pulling myself into it, belly down, and then just ripping through the leg as absolutely hard as I can. And it'll change every time. I'm taking whatever he gives me. Maybe he steps wide with the left foot, right? And so he's out here and I get a hold of this one for whatever reason. Okay, cool. Same exact mechanism. I'm grabbing on, getting my hips to rotate as soon as possible, pulling myself into that leg, and then driving through it explosively, okay? So if we look at it from a different angle, if he pulls across to the other side here, he's over again. I'm getting a hold of whatever I can get a hold of. Okay, from this spot, I feel uncomfortable about my ability to get him back behind my legs, so I'm going belly down. Feet in the ground, and then sprint. From there, depending on what you know, I can pull legs, shelf them, hit him, whatever you want. What matters is that I stay away from his ability to kick, so I want to be able to be cognizant of where the feet are at and everything that goes there, right? So as a recap of everything we've talked about, if he's standing and he's at a distance, I've got my seated position here, my possibility of getting up. He starts to get a little bit closer. I want to get my feet up. I'm using this to strike. I can use both, whatever I want. He starts to work his way around. I start to trap using my shins, my feet, my hooks to create a little pressure. He continues to make his way around. All of a sudden, I'm driving. Okay, so we're encompassing everything that we would need to get into that. So a couple of different concepts, the way to approach standing attacker versus defender on the ground, right? So check that stuff out, play with those little elements, and we'll see you guys next time.